Hey everybody, Pickyo Gamer here. And I've been kind of waiting. I'm doing a switch with my network here. I was gonna, even though his monetization is off right now, and I kind of been wanting to hold off and just not get any trouble. I do use some music here, but should be today or tomorrow re-upping, and just we had to move over. If you don't know, look up YouTube and sub networks, how things have changed. So yeah. I'm making two videos. There's the first one about Nintendo NX, and this came out from Pixart. They're saying they're going to put technology in for, pulse sensors, and also OSVR. What is a pulse sensor? What does it do? What does it look like? I do have an Apple Watch. You see some of those? Oops. Some of those are sensors that can detect pulse, and it detects it with infrared, and then looks, I've read it a couple times. If I try to explain off the top of my head, I'll probably do it completely wrong, say it completely wrong, but that type of technology looks to be coming into the NX for quality of life. Now, what could this be used for? All sorts of things. I think it will be really used for their augmented reality stuff as Pokemon or maybe Monster Hunter or something. If they put it out there and you go out in the wild like you're doing now with Pokemon Go, then maybe they can say the more you exercise, the more you really do things, or if you train in, maybe they put in something, if you train in your Pokemon and your heart rate goes up, you keep an eye on steady heart rate, then the quicker you train, the quicker your Pokemon train, stuff like that. And I'm making this up off the top of my head, but this is really interesting. And of course, this is still, I guess you would say, a rumor, but it's coming straight from Digitimes.com, so they're reporting what Pixart is doing. So usually when those type things come out, they really do mostly come true, though they can't. This is not like a leak of a person of a talk to another person. Like even I have, like I said, I talked to my leaker at once before. I mean, this is kind of like usually these publications know what they're talking about. Usually, though they are wrong sometimes. The next part is OSVR, open source virtual reality, and of course these two videos I saw, I went ahead and watched Super Metal Day 64s and King Avery Games. And I don't know, a lot of people have a different opinion of VR. Nintendo really came out and said it's just not really ready. But open source VR is an open source virtual reality platform that is free on the Apache 2 license, and means that it runs on Windows, Android, Linux, and it does run on Mac OS X, though I think if you read inside some of the documentations, you have to go to some homebrew. It's probably not really fully supported. So you got three major OSs: Windows, Linux, and Android. So that that means that they can put this stuff in there. Doesn't mean Nintendo is going to go hog wild on VR. I think what Nintendo is doing, which they probably don't want these people to say anything about it, is they just want to bake that feature in. Bake it in, but don't use it. Because you have the PlayStation VR coming out in October this year, and I'm going to do a video here in just a second about the Neo, when it may or may not come out. I mean, there's a lot of changes, a lot of dynamics of the console and video gaming landscape coming out here soon this year that Nintendo would be kind of crazy to go ahead and jump into it, even if it's in March 2017. Of course, they could prove us wrong. That little NES Classic they put out was a shock, a cool shock. But what I think they're going to do is they're going to sit back and just sit there, just kind of like this, and watch everybody and go, that works, that kind of works, that sucks and fails, this. Pull everything together that they see is working on the PC and on the console, and then put them together, and maybe with this open source virtual reality. And if some of these rumors are true about an RX 470 Polaris chip in there, it's got enough power to run at 1080p, 60 frames per second. I kind of get tired of the specs going on, but it'll be smooth. Then it's just ready. They're ready to go, and they don't have to worry about it. And then they may outsource or develop a neat little headset themselves and just tie right into that open source, which works with Unreal Engine 4. Remember all that Unreal Engine 4 and Vulkan API that they joined up? Interesting. It works with Unity. It works, and you can. And I saw stuff where you could take stuff from Oculus and Unity to OSVR and Unity. So it's a neat platform, and they already got these pieces falling into place. So they may just put this in there, bake it into the hardware with some Unreal support, and all this other stuff. And when they want to, they just crack their knuckles and say, "Here is the Nintendo solution." And it may be better streamlined. It fixes problems with other systems has, and it just comes together. And without having to pay all these licensing fees out, they develop a tech based on this open source technology, and it's really cool. I'm not into VR. I don't really care about it, but this would be the way to go. So I don't think VR is going to be in it right yet, and it may never be in it. We don't know how VR is going to work. There's at least one more PlayStation console coming out. With PlayStation VR, is people going to buy it? Is it going to flop? We don't know. Nintendo may sit back and go, yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. Or they may do something on their own and make it a little different. So tell me what you think in the comments below. Somewhere down there is a subscribe button. Please click subscribe and share this video if you like it. And follow me here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, crosshairtv.com. skirmishfrogs.com for everything I do retro, and a new site I'm on, 8bitkitty.com. PKO Gamer.